NBA Youngboy, the Baton Rouge legend. Listen, the truth is has a video where he talks about Homeboy's tour and things like that, and certain symbolism in the videos, and the rebirth. Now, the thing with NBA Youngboy, he has to do certain things to keep from doing other things. And we're about to review this video and get into it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, $ Trap House Kitchen 1. Every cent helps, and I need y'all. So let's get to it. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's go.
Just a few days back, NBA Youngboy kicked off his Massa tour, and it's been nothing but a big success. Thousands are packing into venues to watch Youngboy perform for the first time in a very long time. Many fans have been on social media posting videos of the performances, giving us an inside look, showing Youngboy's elaborate stage setup and production. While most fans seem to love the performance, they fail to pick up on the symbolism being used during the performance. The fans are praising his show because they have no idea what they're giving praise to, and what Youngboy is actually trying to tell them with all this dark imagery. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about NBA Youngboy's new tour. Let's get right into it. Over the years, NBA Youngboy managed to become one of the top rappers in the music industry. For several consecutive years, he was declared the most streamed artist on all of YouTube. This was credited to his cult-like audience that has watched Youngboy go from rag to riches, from a teenager to a man.
Really quick, if you guys notice, when I talk about YB, I talk about him a certain way, and that's because I personally know bro. We've worked together, we've talked, he shared things with me that I'm sure he hasn't shared with a lot of people other than OG3 or Ben 10, people like that. But I have a certain admiration for dude, just for the simple fact that he's been through so much, from his neck injury all the way till now. Whether if it was caused by himself or what he's been through it, got through it. But when it comes to this tour, it's very different because the moment they got him out of his situation from prison, he was in helicopters. Yeah, and when you can operate with a certain amount of immunity or minimum punishment, it says something to certain people. And just the fact that this tour is called Massa, it is different. We know what Massa stands for as far as like our history. And I really think that's what they're going for right here with this tour name. If you watch these clips, it's pandemonium. These people follow YB like he's their Massa. Anyway, let's get to the juicy part of the video where he's talking about the symbolism and things like that. $ Trap House Kitchen 1, y'all. I need it. Look out for your boy.
Youngboy announced his Massa tour. This was going to be his first time performing in over 2 years. The fans were excited to say the least, as finally, they were going to get a chance to see their favorite artist live. Youngboy kicked off his tour on September 2nd in Dallas. The show was a massive success, selling out almost immediately. Fans were ready to see their favorite gangster rapper perform again in over 2 years. And what a performance it was. The performance started with Youngboy in a casket that was slowly descending from the ceiling as he began rapping, with the stage being set up to resemble a sinister-looking cemetery with a green tint. There he was floating, looking down at his thousands of fans cheering him on. The performance had elaborate set pieces and hyped up songs that led to a high-energy reunion with the fans. People quickly began posting videos on social media, showing how much they were enjoying themselves, listening to the music, singing along, and showing off the stage.
I want you guys to go look up the footage from these shows and just look at the pandemonium. And I want you to put that in relation to influence. This is why influence is so big in this industry, some say. Because if you can pack out stadiums with people like that, imagine if this man told them people, hey y'all, I stopped smoking, drinking, doing this and doing that. Y'all should too. He might have a little Dirk moment. Remember when Dirk told them folks he went to rehab, he's better in his life, he feels great, wished he would have did it sooner and this and that. I told y'all what would happen. And they got him. But YB, he has a significant amount of influence over younger African American culture. So he has to continue to play his role as long as they want him to.
The entire show had this mysterious dark imagery that at some points even resembled hell. While the stage was set up like a cemetery, you can see a statue of an angel behind them. The angel was meant to represent a fallen angel. At one point, you see YoungBoy performing on stage while everything behind him begins to burn down. It wasn't hard to see that the energy was dark with this performance. Most people were seeing all of this imagery, completely unaware of what YoungBoy was trying to tell them. Believe it or not, this isn't just random imagery. There is actually a seriously sinister message behind this performance. This entire performance was an occult death and rebirth ritual. Recently, I did a video on Young Thug's upcoming album and the significance behind the imagery he's using there, with both of these artists using similar imagery to represent the same ritual. See, both YoungBoy and Young Thug are Freemasons. I have shown evidence of this multiple times, showing the music video in which NBA YoungBoy showed off his Masonic chain when he was just 16. Both YoungBoy and Young Thug participated in the same occult death and rebirth ritual. When YoungBoy was arrested, that was a part of this ritual, just like Young Thug. That part of the ritual represented the death. In the occult, prison is often seen as the darkness isolation that leads to finding enlightenment. This is how it's described. In the occult, prison represents the darkness, or the limited consciousness from which the soul seeks to escape through the process of spiritual death and rebirth, a process that is done ritualistically. It is a powerful metaphor for spiritual entrapment and the necessary self-destruction of the ego to achieve true liberation or enlightenment. The prison represents the darkness period that is connected to death. Death in the occult is celebrated because they believe darkness births the light. This massive performance is the final process of this death and rebirth ritual NBA YoungBoy is in the middle of, when YoungBoy is reborn as an enlightened soul. They don't even hide this either. If you search what the significance of YoungBoy's casket imagery in his performances, they straight up tell you it was meant to represent a death and rebirth. This imagery is heavily utilized in Masonry, as they have plenty of casket symbols that represents this process of the death and rebirth ritual. The performance itself represents this moment of rebirth, as YoungBoy is seen rising out of a casket, which indicates a resurrection. His audience is watching him go through this ritual and are participating in it without their knowledge. They don't even realize their energy is being used to fuel this ritual. The reason that these types of rituals are done in large groups are to accumulate energy. If a crowd of people are there singing along and dancing, they're releasing their energy all while YoungBoy is absorbing it. This is why stages are set up the way they are. The artist is placed overlooking everyone while they absorb all of the energy the audience releases. There is something truly dark about the music industry. It is one of the most effective weapons of the devil today. This is how Satan has people worshiping him through these celebrities. The music industry is demonic and dark. This is not something that artists in the industry even try to deny anymore. YoungBoy himself admits this not once but twice. In his most recent interview he did right after he got out of prison, he admitted out of his own mouth that the music industry is demonic, even admitting that he himself is demonic.
We're gonna end it right there, y'all. I hope you've gotten everything you need to get out of this video. If not, go check out The Truth Is. But these people do these things, and I feel like YB took a certain route so he could keep the people that he loved around him. If you notice, there hadn't been a lot of people in his inner circle or direct family that were affected by his stardom and fame and things like that, wink wink. But I think he sacrifices himself, his freedom, his mental stability, his reputation, and things like that. You gotta think, a billionaire's daughter had a baby with this dude, and his ultimate humiliation was the big H. Was it false? Yes. He never had that. We talked about that. But it's the game. Hit that thumbs up button, you guys. Thanks for being here. I need you guys to donate tonight. $Trap House Kitchen 1. I'm out. Peace.